Short-term rentals are a $100 billion industry. They reshaped global tourism, made early investors rich, and promised an easy path to passive income. But what about today?
I'm officially quitting Airbnb in the Poconos and selling my property.
I am selling my Airbnb portfolio.
Stay out of Airbnb. It's a waste of your freaking time.
I'm quitting Airbnb.
It just doesn't make sense anymore.
We demand immediate attention to our concerns.
Travelers, regulators, neighbors, and even the hosts themselves are turning against a model that started as a fun alternative to hotels and slowly became one of the biggest real estate bubbles of our decade. Occupancy is falling, profitability is evaporating, and in markets like Dubai, short-term rental model is tested to its limits. In this video, I will break down why short-term rental model is failing, why Dubai became one of the most affected markets, and what investors should actually do next. Now let's start from the beginning, before the short-term rental model became a finance game. The origin, from spare rooms to full-blown investments. The original idea was simple: to rent a spare room to travelers that wanted something cheaper and more personal than hotels. Guests love the price and home feeling. Hosts love the extra income and flexibility. Accept payments online, block out dates, avoid long-term bad roommates. But spare rooms weren't scalable. Investors realized that entire homes are making more money, and the whole model transformed almost overnight. Short-term rentals shifted from a casual home sharing idea to a high-yield real estate strategy. And that shift created a foundation for today's collapse. Collapse trigger number 1: oversupply and overleverage. The early profitability attracted everyone. Short-term rentals often earn double than traditional long-term lease. Even with 50% occupancy, hosts outperformed traditional rentals. Investors bought multiple units, fitted them with keypad locks, budget easy clean furniture, and an Instagram-ready looking decor. Banks accelerated the bubbles. Short-term rentals helped investors to qualify for more mortgages, more properties, more listings, competition against themselves. So, oversupply hit the market. There were suddenly too many hosts, not enough guests, rates per night falling, occupancy dropping, and margin evaporating. Interest rate shock. At 2% interest, the model worked. When the interest rates reached 6%, the model collapsed for thousands of owners. What looked like a passive income became stressed, over-leveraged, and low-margin business. Collapse trigger number 2: guests turned away. Globally, booking rates grew dramatically faster than the number of nights booked, often more expensive than the hotels, especially after the fees were added. Then the guests' experience deteriorated. Travelers are tired of cleaning fees, checkouts, chaos, inconsistent standards, misleading photos, self-checking instructions longer than the contract. Hotels fought back and won. Hotels introduced apartment-style rooms, kitchenettes, flexible cancellations, loyalty programs, and aggressive pricing. The original unique sales proposition, cheaper and more comfortable than hotels, died. Collapse trigger number 3: cities and residents push back. Short-term lease pushed the residents out of long-term housing, and politicians responded with nightly caps, licensing requirements, tourist taxes, zoning limitations, and even full bans in some cities. Owners' associations started blocking short-term rentals in some buildings. Residents got tired of living in the buildings that felt like rotating hotels. So for many hosts, the legal landscape became unmanageable. Collapse trigger number 4: the platforms lost dominance. Short-term rental platforms spent enormous resources fighting the regulations and maintaining the market share. But today, booking websites, local agencies, hotel conglomerates, direct booking channels all compete for the same guests. There is no technological moat. The model can be replicated by any competitor offering lower rates. Now let's speak about Dubai. Here came the perfect storm for short-term rental failure. Dubai is a unique lab where every global issue is amplified. Same as all around the world, Dubai saw massive supply growth. In 3 years, the number of active listings doubled, and today we are looking at 25,000 active listings. I'm only talking about legally registered listings, because the grey market also exists. Average occupancy rate fell to approximately 56%, according to ValueStrat. In 2022, Dubai was ranked as the most profitable city in the world for short-term rentals. So everyone rushed in, which led to oversupply, because it brought revenue crash. Example, one bedroom in 2022 was renting between 12 to 17,500 dirham a month, versus today where we can find prices from 8 to 11,000 a month for the same units. Plus, hotels are brutally competitive. 4-star hotels and marina is renting between 350 to 500 a night, versus short-term one-bedroom rents between 6 to 800 a night plus cleaning fees. Hotels win almost every time. Another negative factor is construction and seasonability. Most affordable districts like JVC, Arjan, IMPZ, Dubai South, Sport City remain full of construction, dust, noise, blocked views. A seasonal factor is extreme. November to March, high season and demand is strong. From May to September, almost zero bookings or very low rates. Every new handover offers hundreds of ready units and the rate collapse continues. This is my apartment that I've been renting short term. It's located in the premium area of Business Bay, right on the Dubai Canal. Back in 2022-2023, I was quite happy with the returns. But let me give you an example of my revenue for 2025. I've given the keys to Holiday Home Company in January and finished my relationship with them in May. So within 5 months, the net income they managed to generate is below 19,000. Divide by 5 months makes 4,600 a month. Just to make you understand, a studio in a secondary area rents between 5,500 to 7,000 dirham a month. So my net ROI in 2025 was less than 4% and made me shift to a long-term rental concept. Right now I'm making stable 8.7% rental yield. Another investor shared his experience of rental his JVC apartment short-term. They bought several units, furnished them, made nice pictures, optimized the listings, hired a cleaning team, made everything by the book. The first year, one of the apartments reached almost 100% occupancy. Only 3 days were vacant because of the flood, AC shutdown and another emergency. Sounds amazing, but the reality behind it was brutal. He had to adjust prices daily, manually, to stay competitive. Dealt with last-minute cancellation, guests overstaying checkout, midnight calls from the security, door code issues, confusion with the smart locks, and one of the guests ended up flooding the entire apartment and walking away. With 4 units, the micromanagement was exhausting. In the end, this investor realized, for about 10% higher income than long-term, the stress and the risks weren't worth it. And in reality, once you account for vacancies and discounts, long-term rental would have paid more. Another way to do short-term rental is rental arbitrage.
Rental arbitrage is when you lease an apartment or a villa based on a long-term contract from the owner and sublease it short-term and earn all the difference between the long-term rent and daily rentals. Now, why rental arbitrage in Dubai is almost impossible? First of all, legalities. It requires the landlord consent, which is not easy to get, plus official registration, holiday home permits and DTCM compliance. High upfront costs, deposits plus 3 to 4 checks, sometimes even 1 check. Zero control, since it's not your property, landlord's decision might ruin profitability. Again, oversupply and seasonability we've covered before makes revenue very unpredictable. Again, competition from the large operators makes it very difficult to stand out. High operational costs make arbitrage margins vanish. In theory, the model works, but in reality, the new entrants lose money. Final conclusion. As the short-term model completely collapsed, not entirely, but the economical foundation that made it widely profitable is breaking down. So what we see worldwide is oversupply, falling margins, unhappy guests, regulatory pressure, rising rates and strong hotels competition. And in Dubai, all of it is amplified. Here we have extreme oversupply, aggressive hotels pricing, short-term rentals operators consuming the profit. Because in Dubai, the holiday home companies take from 15 to 20% of the total revenue. Then heavy construction, volatile seasonability. So short-term rentals still work, but only in premium locations, unique high-demand products, with exceptional management, and ideally with the owner living close enough to operate hands-on. So what I see from the international investors, they still have this idea in mind to come to Dubai market, take a unit and rent it short-term. What they don't realize that short-term rentals is not a passive income. It's a full-time business. So long-term rentals offer high net income, low risk, and the most important, peace of mind. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Write your thoughts in the comment section below and share your personal experience of doing short-term rentals. See you in the next video.